Hello guys, welcome back to another Monica 020 modelling video. Today we're going to be looking through some refurbishments done to my engines and some new models too, like Cardboard Jack. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with Duncan. Now, as you may have seen in my previous video, I have recently done refurbishing the model. He has new side rods now, which are much more smooth and nicer than the old ones. New cylinders. Yeah, on both ends, by the way. Also has a new eye mechanism, which now can move up, down, left, and right. And I've refurbished the face, and as well doing paint touch-ups and some weathering here and there. Yeah, I'm really happy how his refurbishment turns out. It looks so much nicer now. Especially his face. Like before, the face was just bulgy. You know, I just wasn't happy. It didn't look Duncan to me. However, now that I've finished refurbishing it, it looks so much nicer, and I'm so happy with it. It's got, especially the eyes. It looks so much more nicer now and smoother, as well as the face in general. Yeah, just done some paint touch-ups here and there. And here's the eye mechanism. It's a custom design system made by me, not really based on what the original prompts would have really had, because there's not really much to go off of. I believe Thomas Tank Merge made a diagram of what it would have been like. Not sure, but again, this was before they owned any of the small scale Harry gauge engines, so yeah. And finished rebuilding the coach into this. No, I meant rebuilding the van into a coach. It's got its clear windows, as you can see. No. Very happy how it's turned out. I've reused the old face from the van for something. I'll show you that in a minute. And in regards to Duncan, I know in the past I said the model's done, blah, 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 blah. Well, I assure you guys now he is done, and there's no more work I'm doing to this model. And that's because I'm going to be making a new model, as the proportions, if you can see, like, they're just really messed up. Like, the cab is kind of bent and the boiler's kind of slanted, you know. And it makes sense as to why, because, you know, I started this prop replica, like, last year, and this was my first experience, you know, doing something like this. I've tried my best to make him look nice, and I think it has paid off, and he looks quite nice and accurate, but there are just some things I just want to touch up on, to be honest. And yeah. This new version will most likely be designed in Tinkercad and 3D printed, and will be extremely accurate. He'll be track powered, and yeah, and won't have oven baking clay parts. That's for sure. This funnel is just bent, you know. Percy's basically the same. I do plan on installing some lamp eyes in him and replacing the boiler thing, because this old one was sourced from an old orange juice bottle, because I didn't have any acrylic tubes at the time, but I assure you I'll. Yeah. I'm also planning on replacing these salt dough parts, more accurate versions. Yeah. May also install an eye mechanism. As for Cardboard Jack, this was made for a good friend of mine, Funtime Station Studios. If you haven't checked him out yet, please do. He makes great content. I may do some more cardboard models like this in the future of some of my other friends. Not sure yet. And yeah. As for Sir Handel, he's finished his refurbishment. I haven't done much to him. I've, you know, painted this brown and weathered him a bit, refurbished face. As for the trucks, I've painted the insides black to make them look even nicer. And yeah. So Handel's basically done. I make version 2 of all my engines, as Percy is was hilariously rushed when I built him. Duncan's proportions are wrong. And, you know, I decided, because Percy was so hilariously rushed, and, you know, I decided to just mod him to a Railway Series accurate model. And the Handel is probably the best out of all of them. He's the most recent one I did, but there's still some imperfections here and there. And I do want to make more accurate versions. Probably decent accurate version will probably designed in Tinkercad and 3D printed, and I think will be extremely accurate. So yeah. Now if you're wondering where Rheneas is, he is here. He's currently being refurbished, looking quite gallant if I do say so myself. He's a lot of paint touch-ups done to him. He's not done yet, I've still got to do a lot of work to him, especially his eyes. But yeah, he's being refurbished, and I'm very happy how he's turning out so far. He's not done yet, he still has a lot of work to do. Still got to reinstall the lining, etc, and do some work to the eyes too. That's what I've done to the eyes so far. And yeah, if you're wondering what I repurposed the face from the old van for, it's for this, making some more pieces of roller stock. The other Maya is currently lost in my room. I'm trying to find it. Here's a spare servo I had, which I decided to use for him. And yeah. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.